Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. How are you guys doing? How has your day been? And how is your day going? Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to Yo-Yo's World here on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for joining me today. If today is the first time of meeting me, my name is Oyoyo, and you're most welcome to my live stream. Here at Oyoyo's World, we try to keep it as constructive as possible. We try to keep it positive. And we also gather to learn one or two life lessons from each other. Remember, as always, I loved my live stream conversational. So as you come in, don't forget to like this live stream for me. Don't forget to share and invite your friends. And at the same time, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments in the comment section. So once again, how are you guys doing? Evening, beautiful evening to you all, and welcome to my live stream. All right. So my thumbnail says it all. Nancy Ume, stop talking. Why is that my thumbnail? And why am I asking this question? Does Nancy's talk hurt Korra Obidi's case? Do you think it will or will not? We're going to be talking about all of that in today's conversation. Once again, welcome to my live stream. Thank you for joining me today. I just realized that I did not plug my laptop. All right, let me do that quickly. And all right, so the screen is as bright as ever. Thank you guys for joining me. So yesterday, I had ample time on my hand yesterday, so I went on Facebook. I was suggested Nancy May. I started listening to her live stream she did from where she went to do her shooting. She went for a photo shoot or something, and she was chewing her delicious chicken bone and then walking down the street of the place she went to in Lagos, and having that conversation. And her thing was, don't let anybody tell you not to talk. Talk to defend your siblings, to defend your sister, your brother. People go through a lot in marriages, and a lot of people have been, deleted from this life because they were not talking, they were not defending their siblings, and all of the 9 yards. And from that conversation, she kept on giving instances of what happened to her friend, that her friend called her asking for her, suggestion, because her own sister, her friend's sister, was going through some domestic issues with her husband, and she was called upon on getting there. They were having problems, and the guy ended up pouring hot water on the sister's body. So they called her to ask her what they should apply on it. Being a nurse, she was trying to help them. At first, she was really surprised to that extent. So she talked a lot about it. It was all going well. She was just having general conversation. Boom, somebody in the comments said, have you listened to what Madam um Madam Awolowo said about in her video and all of that? So from that led to other conversations. Why do you think Nancy should stop talking? Do you agree with my thumbnail that Nancy should stop talking? Or do you think that Nancy should continue to talk after all she's defending her sister? We'll be looking at it from both sides, okay? And I want to hear your opinion, what you think in the comment section. You know one thing about Korra's live stream? Korra on her live stream comes to discuss her everyday life, okay? What she's doing in the morning, if she's cooking, she's having conversation with her audience and stuff like that. Or maybe her ex threw things out there, she's trying to correct the narrative, things like that. Those general life streams that you're just coming to talk about how your day went, what happened, you went this place, you went for dinner, or you're cooking and having conversation with whatever they're throwing up on the comment, that is really very easy to go. But again, anything you put out there could be used against you in the court of law. When Korra Obidi made an update about her GoFundMe account, and she told her fans that she has secured the services of 2 lawyers. One will be representing her based on the lady that took some videos and pictures of her daughter. The other one will be representing her based on the the husband always calling, discussing her on his live stream. Those were Korra's, update. I came here to make a video about it. I talked about it. And one of the things I suggested for them is that Nancy should stop talking. When you have employed the services of a lawyer, it's at your own best interest to take some things off your lips so that you don't say too much or say too little and then jeopardize the chances of you winning your case in the court of law. Every sound legal advisor, attorney will advise you in that direction. Stop talking. If you want to talk, run it by us. Let's vet the conversation and before you go on. And mind you, these are not sit-down videos, because if it's a sit-down video that she's putting out, that means that she must have had one or two conversations with their representative, and then it will be a seasoned video. When you say the ones you're not supposed to say, you go back, edit the video before you post. Unlike live stream, you come out to say something might lead to another, and before you know it, you're saying even the things you don't want to say. That is why it's always advisable for you to limit the kind of conversations you have when you have employed the services of attorneys, and that will help you protect your case, and that will help you get justice. Fine. I'm going to give a typical example of talk less in the public. A young Nigerian from nowhere, all these content creators that are now making themselves popular by being controversial. When I mean controversial, coming to say the opposite of what is right, right? This lady was granted an interview on a podcast just yesterday. And I don't know, I believe it was a recorded podcast, but it was aired yesterday, right? So she came on the podcast as usual, talking gibberish, telling young girls, because she's a young girl, so she kind of been advising people of her age and below her age, younger girls, maybe people that are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, advising them that if a man says hello to you, that you should be the person by the evening of that day, within 24 hours at most. 500,000 for telling you, hi, I want to have a chat with you. Hi, can I date you? You can imagine the rubbish that young girl spilled on a podcast yesterday. But guys, sometimes karma takes a longer time to come. But for some people, karma is too short. It comes immediately. That girl went on. I did not listen to that podcast, but I saw the clips that were, it's like the trailer before the podcast that was shared by the podcast group. So when I listened to that particular clip, I was like, what is this girl talking about? And to be honest with you all, this kind of conversation will be what the younger people might run with, thinking that is the right thing to do. Because controversy sells, right? It makes you popular. Everybody gets to talk about you because you're saying the opposite. So I try to process it. I just say, you know what? I will not process it right now. When I have more time, maybe on my Saturday live, I will come and talk about it. So this girl said all the things she said. Yes, her mouth was very sharp, running like a tap water without any faucet. When you have a faucet, you can be able to control whether on or off. She was running her mouth without control, as though she was not raised by a mother. Maybe she was raised by herself. I don't know. Because she did not think about the kind of impact those statements will make to people within her age and below her, people that are following. Why is this important to what you're talking about, Nancy's situation? We get there. And then again, I have a young daughter that will soon be 18. So those are the kind of things they will hear. Oh, mom, is that the right thing? That's the right thing. So after all, we are Gen Zs. After all, we are the baddies. No. Let's start correcting that impression. I'm going to have a longer time on discussing that, so I'm just giving a preamble. But you know what happened to that lady or that young girl? Less than 24 hours of running her mouth on social media. What young girls should do, making it look, in fact, not even look. She made it as if women are commodities, that we have price tag. The higher, the highest bidder take home the prize. The last time I checked, a woman is honored, respected, full of dignity, full of affection, and full of what? Charisma. We are not price commodities. We are not. We are price. In fact, I don't even know the right adjective right now, but we are not. We don't have price tag. We are not commodities. We are not meant for highest bidders. We are human beings first before you start thinking about the thing in between our legs and the thing in front of our chest. We are human, created by God, dignified human being created by God. So let no girl, young girl listening to me today think that yes, you have a price tag. If they pay you 50 million, you open your leg wide open because of 50 million. You're worth more than gold, more than diamond, more than anything that is pricey in this world. All right, back to that. I will discuss this topic extensively or make a short video for us to understand and also reassure our young girls out there that they are worth it. They are beautiful. They don't have price tag on them. All right. So why am I talking about this girl? Making reference to this girl, why talking about Nancy? This girl was running her mouth from Nigeria because American companies like the likes of Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok are paying her income for all the nonsense she's spilling on social media. But guess what? The last time I checked, there are rules and regulation guidelines. And guess what? Those her conversation did not sit well with the large majority of the population. Less than 24 hours, her TikTok account was banned, her Facebook page banned, Instagram banned. Sometimes it's good to talk less than feel I got the phone, is my data, you're not paying the data for me, so I have the right to talk. Now, I just gave a reference to that, bringing it back to Nancy. Nancy, I said on the day that Korra employed the services of lawyers, you people should stop talking. And I'm still saying that that is my opinion. Okay. I'm not telling you to stop doing your regular live stream. You can come and talk about, yeah, honestly, my sister Korra is a survivor. Honestly, she's an encouragement to every lady out there going through struggles, domestic problems, and things like that. Those are the conversation you should be having on the peripheral, general conversation that nobody will hold anything against you. Those are the safe conversation to have. But coming to talk a lot of things that might jeopardize you. And let's not forget, most of these conversations that Nancy has been having all this while are recorded conversation shared on social media, which means a lot of people have access to these things. And before you know it, they will start fact checking all your statements. That wouldn't be right for you, sincerely, when they have to start fact checking. I remember when President Trump was running for presidency, he will say something on campaign, okay? On his campaign journey, he will say something maybe in Philadelphia. He went on campaign, say things there. All the media houses in America are doing fact check. CNN will do fact check what Trump said to be able to show you whether it's true or false. Why are they saying? Because all those statements can be verified. Now, Nancy's statement can also be verified. Why am I talking about this, Oyoyo? People are now beginning to fact, F-A-C-T. I think I'm talking very fast. They're now checking every of Nancy's statement. And if they start digging, they might find something that might jeopardize their case in the court of law. I keep saying this, not only because I have a law background, I'm a lawyer, I'm a person of the court. I'm saying this for the betterment of their case in the court. I'm going to give an example. We're not telling Nancy not to defend her sister. I talked about it 2 days ago. She came to defend her sister. Kudos. Defend your siblings. And what she said was very, very, very right. She can only not defend her sister when her sister commits quote and unquote crime. As far as her sister is earning an income, making a living, hustling to make a living and provide for her children, she has not done anything wrong. And that is true. Korra is an artist, is a professional dancer. So if that is what the dance entails, so be it. That is her business. That is the business she runs. If you book her, she's going to come to do what? To perform for you. That is her business. That is her profession. That is just. Why am I advising Nancy to know what she shared? They are beginning to fast check her statement. Somebody put out on social media making references to when those conversations they're accusing Nancy of saying were made. That does not sit right. And if they lay hands to those videos, those will form as evidence for your opponent. I've said it that this Mr. Korra Obidi is gathering evidence, sincerely asking people to DM him rather, everything they've shared with him in the past. If you still have those evidences, DM him. He is gathering evidence. And if you notice, he's no longer talking. He's claiming he has flu, and that's why he is not talking. But I tell you, he's trying to be the smart one to even see if he can correct his own mistake, because he has said a lot of things that will go against him in the court of law. Now, Nancy said yesterday in her video that people are saying that she said that Korra has mental sickness, mental problem, that she never said that. That she said that somebody in her family, an auntie of theirs, has a problem, a mental problem. There is a history of mental health problem in their family, history of mental problem. But she never said it was Korra. That was Nancy's statement yesterday. I brought water here. Sorry, guys. So now, after watching Nancy yesterday, from what she was saying, they sounded very legit. They sounded very real, very true. But people are already fact checking Nancy's statement. Somebody put out a video about 15 hours ago, fact checking everything Nancy said, making references to the time those statements were made. This person made a reference that Nancy and LA mom, Korra's LA mom, sent medical documentation, Korra's medical documentation to bloggers. That's what this person said. Can I verify that? I don't know, because first of all, I'm not Nancy. Secondly, I'm not LA mom. So I can't say if they sent to bloggers or not. And within those medical documentation, then they now saw the history, the mental health history of Korra in the medical documentation. Now people are fact checking Nancy. Secondly, the person said in one of Korra's live stream, and they were precise with that particular live stream they were making reference to. Go back and watch it. At this point, Nancy said that Korra had mental problem. And that even when she said it, and then she now said another thing, that Korra said that there is a history of mental problem in their house, that Korra was so shocked that came out from Nancy. That when she realized that, she said, yeah, there is a history of mental problem in our family, and I did not know that was what I was going through. That is admitting that she, Korra, has mental problem. I don't know the live streaming question. Like I told you guys several times here, I can't catch up with Korra's live stream because I am a very busy person. So the little I could watch, I will watch. But to tell you that I know that when that conversation was made, I don't. But those that follow Korra, they keep record. And that's why you should stop talking. Because you don't know when you're going to shoot yourself on the leg. If you want to talk, make a sit-down videos. Yes, do sit-down videos. If you think this was not said correctly, you go back and edit that part off. That will be a secured conversation that you're very certain of what came out from your mouth, because at the heat of passion, anybody can say anything. You're on a live stream and somebody is there, antagonizing you. You can get offended and start talking because the emotion is already high. And when the emotion is high, guys, that's when they get a lot of information from people. There was an interrogation that went on in America. They were interviewing a suspect, and they told the suspect about the price tag of 500,000 US dollars. And then told the suspect that, yes, we are here to inform you that your father has died, right? The suspect did not know when he started spilling and admitted to buying somebody. Guys, see, when somebody is pushing you to talk, think again, especially on a live stream. Think again. That's why I say the less you say out there, the better chances for you for your case in court. This is what happened. That case, I read about the story this morning because it was updated this morning. I was laughing. They will put some interrogation, they will put something out there for you to enable you to talk. And if you're the type that can't control what is coming out from you out of emotion, because there is an emotion raging already, you might say things that when you think back in your same self, you shouldn't have said. All right. Hey Joe, welcome today. Thank you for joining my live stream. Rosie Chichi, thank you for being here. I believe I saw Dorcas. Let me be sure. Thank you for joining me as well. Thank you guys for being here. Nancy said there is a history of anxiety in their family. She stated one of their aunties had anxiety issues before she passed on. Exactly. That was what Nancy said again in that live stream she did. But right now, people are out there fact checking every live stream they've made in the past, making references. When she said the auntie has anxiety in a live stream, Korra's live stream, and how Korra was shocked to hear they have mental health problem in their family history, and how Korra admitted, yes, that's how I did not know when it was happening to me. People are making this fact check. Don't put your statement out there that you lose touch of what you said and what you did not say. And you start second guessing yourself. Did I really say that? When? Which live stream? And start digging so deep to go and confirm that. There are people that have all the time in the world to go and look for evidences for your opponent. There are people that could do that easily for him. Don't be caught in that. Just like people will say, don't allow anybody, don't be caught on fresh. Don't be caught in your own statement when you cannot recall it. How did you that you never said? And if they now fact check it to be true, what happens? It simply means that this person is not saying the truth. You said it, now you're coming to correct it. To avoid all of this, I said, maybe I did not, or I did not, I never said that, I never said that, I never said that. What if those videos they made reference to today happens to be that those things were said? It's going to put you on a very bad light because people will start second guessing what you say. That was what happened to President Trump when he was running an election. Anything he says on his campaigns will be fact checked by CNN, MSNBC, there about CBS. They were fact checking those statements because he was busy giving wrong statements on his campaign. So they will now come back. It will be published. It will be on website, internet, on radio, on television to tell the citizens that it was never like this. This one is wrong. This one is true. Do not let people start fact checking your statement. Do not. And that's how it's beginning to look like right now because people are going back to those videos, digging them, replaying it to their audiences, and using the current one to counter what was said in the past. How do you prevent all of this from happening? When you talk less. Period. There is no two ways about it. Whether there is mental health problem in your, these things are privacy. They are private, they are health, and there is law that provides health information, especially for Nancy, who is a medical professional. There are laws safeguarding health information. They are completely private. Unless if the person that is the real person comes out to share. If you volunteer, then people are going to ask you about it. But whereby you don't volunteer, remember, in America, we call it HIPAA. It protects your health information not to be shared without your consent. I'm going to give a little example about what I'm talking about, HIPAA protection, about medical records, medical history. If you're going to sign up to a new clinic, for example, they will give you their online forms to fill in a tablet, and they will also ask you to fill the HIPAA agreement, which means that your information with this clinic is protected unless you so direct. They will not share your information unless in the case of emergency. They will not share your information unless if you requested they transfer your record to another clinic or another person. So those things are protected. How about that? Why coming to social media to share personal health information? Of what benefit is that to you? You're trying to justify that your sister doesn't have mental problem because the ex is labeling her to have a mental disease. You can justify it without giving more information. As far as I'm concerned, you're protecting your sister at the same time, your family. Because let's assume tomorrow somebody now dug out what particular auntie that passed of mental problem. The children of that woman can come up and sue. We did not give you the license to come and share our mother's information on social media. These things are protected. But I'm more concerned when people start fact-checking your statement. It means that you're saying too much that you can remember. Remember, this case is in court. And Nancy, at this point, you can defend your sister based on general statement. Do not give more details. I'm saying it again. Defend your sister. Protect your sister. Go ahead and say that. Tell people not to engage in this kind of domestic domestic abuse. If it's happening to you, speak out, ask for help. People will come out and help you. Talk to your siblings. Let your siblings be there to fight with you. But do not give out information that could be detrimental to your case. People might not like what I'm saying today, but like you guys already know me, I'm not here because I want to side one person. I'm here to speak the truth. And when it concerns that truth, I have to say it. Whether it suits your fan or suits your favorite, that is not the bone of contention here at Oyoyo's World. If you love Nancy, tell her the truth. Let her stop. And for Korra, sometimes it's when Nancy make this kind of publicity, Korra will now come the next day to come and start, yeah, you don't even know what it was. I thought I was crazy. No, you don't have to go back and start talking about it. Continue your live streams, just your regular live stream, Korra Kitchen, dance with whatever, your was. Keep doing you, but limit what you share. Because remember, the standard of the court has never changed and will not change. Anything you say will be used or might be used against you in the court of law. And why am I making this reference? Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Why am I making this reference? If I had time, because I like to dig in for facts before coming on live stream. If I had enough time to go back to the year they made references on those videos where Nancy said whatever they claim she said, it's just that I can't catch up with Korra because Korra sometimes does more than 3 live streams in a day. So you're going to go all the way to over 365 days in a year. I don't have that time. But those people that are making those references, they are coming up with receipts. Do not arm your opponent against you. Does it make sense? Do not arm your opponent on a case that can swing both ways. And the last time I checked, Korra is still a sister from motherland. And the court will favor who? Ordinarily, without any evidence. Who do you think the court will give audience to? Without evidence. So when you have a case, then the odds are looking at if they're all against you. You have to be very prepared. This is not the time to continue to spill. This is the time for you to sit down and start gathering evidences as much as you can get. I made a live stream talking about Mr. Korra Obidi asking for evidences. Do you think it's for joke? He knows what he's up against. If those attorneys that Korra hired are seasoned attorneys, they are going to dig all the way to 5 years ago, 4 years ago, to seek for what evidences they can lay their hands on. If this man, like they are claiming now that he doesn't have money for a lawyer and all of that, he's asking the general public to be his eyes, his ears, and his nose. And do you think those people are not doing those things? They are. Don't continue to arm your opponent when you have a case in court. I'm still saying it again. Nancy should stop talking. Go out there, defend Korra, support Korra on general terms. Stop giving deep information. Stop providing more. Go there and tell people, yes, I will support my sister no matter what. Fine. If you don't love your sister enough not to support her, I love my sister enough. She's like my next person. She's this, she's that. Those are general terms. But you coming to tell the world that you never said that your sister was crazy, you never said your sister had mental health, and you're trying to justify it, that saying that from the medical document, what is showing that she has whatever in her blood system. And who gave her that? That her ex-husband gave her something to drink. After drinking that, she passed out. She didn't know where she was when she woke up. She could not recognize her environment. She was acting weird because of the substance in her system. As a matter of fact, right now, marijuana is legalized in a lot of states in America. California is also legalized. I'm sorry. And that was as of when? Was it 2 weeks ago? They legalized marijuana in my state. So it's no longer what seen as a huge problem. Medical marijuana, they call it. You have to get prescription from a doctor to go buy it. So it's no longer in the past, in the 80s, 90s, because of marijuana, a lot of people were in jail. The current situation in America, because now most states, they've legalized marijuana, they're trying to see how they can release those people that were jailed because of marijuana in the past. That's information, so people will know. You can defend your sister, I don't have a problem with that. But stop giving out key information that could be used against you in the court. All right. Hi, Joy. Thank you for joining me. That statement is so short in the court, but means a lot. Exactly. You have every right to remain silent. Anything you said could be used against you in the court. You have the right to remain silent. I was watching a hearing in America about a father that led to the 6-year-old son dying in America. This father will take the son, a 6-year-old son, to a treadmill and then ask this boy to exercise. The boy will be exercising on a treadmill. He will increase the speed. The boy will continue, increase the speed again. At some point, the boy was falling out of the treadmill. This guy will yank the son from the floor and stamp the son on the treadmill and instruct the son, continue. So the boy was falling. The cameras at the gym videoed everything. Eventually, the 6-year-old boy died. When he died, the case was taken to court. They called the teachers to testify, doctors, nurses that attended to the boy when he was brought in as an emergency case. and also the gym camera that recorded the kind of inhumane treatment this father gave to his 6-year-old. But during in one of the hearings, they still asked him that you have the right to remain silent and not respond to prosecutor's case. In America, there's something we call I plead the Fifth Amendment, right to remain silent. You're not answering a question. You can plead the fifth, but it could go either way, go against you or in your favor. It depends on the kind of attorney you have who knows his or her onions to defend you in court. So when they advise you right to remain silent, they are not kidding. Because the more you talk, the more loose conversations will spill out. And it becomes very difficult to control, especially when you're talking on social media. You're talking to the world, to the globe. Assuming it's a conversation you're having in your home, you can all discuss that and nobody will hear about it. The internet will not have access to it. But when it comes to internet, I'm going to give you guys an example on how to, about based on that Nancy's conversation yesterday. Yes, I'm here, and let's assume I'm Nancy having that conversation yesterday, and I want to make it a guided conversation. Yes, my sister is not mental. My sister is not mad. They are so crazy. They went to any extent to label her what she's not. And all of those things they said was to be able to take her children, to take full custody of her children. But the medical record says otherwise. Do not worry about it. This case is going to be heard in court. And at the end of the day, when it becomes a public document, you have access to it. But what I'm telling you guys, my sister is not crazy. There was something that led, which is also in her medical document that will be submitted in court. You're not coming here to tell anybody what was the kind of medical situation it was and all of that. Remember, medical history, your medical document is a private document. It is highly protected in America. If for most content creators on YouTube, I'm going to use YouTube example because if you're a content creator on YouTube and you're making videos with kids, the first thing YouTube will flag the video to tell you to agree that the content you're sharing is in line with the law protecting children. The second thing they will do, if that content is overly filled with children, they are going to disable the comment so that nobody is going to come on those videos to bully any child or speak anyhow to any child. The comment will be disabled. That is the similar situation I'm referring to. Your health document, health information is highly protected by the law. And remember, I am not saying that Nancy should not defend her sister, but Nancy should stop releasing some key information that will push people to go and start fact-checking her statement. They're already doing that. The so-called Miriam did a video about, I didn't have time to watch the video in full because I dabbled into it after watching Nancy's video. YouTube will suggest another video similar because she was making reference, responding to Nancy's lies. That's what she titled the video. So I didn't watch it in full to get all the details. Will I still watch it? Yes, because I'll be having a Saturday show soon where we have all the time in the world to discuss all of this. All right. In Southern States didn't legalize weed yet, but a few states like California, Colorado, even my state, our own just happened. I think it was about 2 weeks ago that they legalized it in America. Yeah. So New York, I guess most states, but the Southern, they call themselves Christian Belt states, so they haven't. But eventually, most of them will. Just like they talked about we know what played out in during abortion case, Roe versus Wade, how the Southern states went all against it, and most people from the Southern states are coming to the northern side of the country to get medical treatment in terms of abortion right. So, what am I saying? I know, yeah, Korra's fans, you people might not like what I'm saying, but if truly you love Korra, tell Nancy to watch what she's saying because she says too much. She says too much. There was one of the things she said last when this case was heated up last 2 years. I was like, Nancy, come on. Come on. So, and then to come back and 2 years after you're still opening your mouth and talking like that, no. Don't let people start fact checking your statement. When it gets to the court, it will not work well for you. Because it's going to mean if you're called for as a witness to this Korra's issue, the defense attorney, if you're the one, petitioning, the defense attorney is going to shred you into pieces. When I mean shred, they will tear you into pieces as if you're no longer a complete fabric. And they're going to talk about your character not being credible. Sincerely speaking, if you like, you believe what I'm saying. If you haven't been in the court, you will not understand. If you've not had a case, you will not understand. I'm going to give an example of a woman that cried RAPE and took the offender to court. And then the defense attorney now realized that that woman, at some point in her life when she was in college, she engaged in the services of what? PORN services. She was doing it. She said she did it to pay tuition. When she was crying RAP in the future, like 3 years after college, what happened? That action in the past, that was what the defense attorney laid his hands on. And by the time he finished with this woman, the woman regretted going to court to get justice. That's what I'm saying. Action. Then today, it could be interpreted differently. If you have a sound defense attorney, the way they will turn that thing to suit the purpose, you'll be shocked. Did you or did you not say? Did your sister not admit on her live stream when you said that a member of your family has anxiety problem and died because of anxiety? Did your sister not admit that she did not know that was what was happening to her? If you said you never said, the next thing you're going to see on the screen in court is the video playing for you. That is core evidence. And where would they get such video from? From social media. Do you guys understand what I'm giving you guys practical legal analysis? If you want to, you might not like it. Fans of Korra might not like my statement today. But what I'm saying will make sense if they sit down to think again. Give me 1 second, guys. Somebody came to disturb. So what am I saying? This young girl I'm making reference to, Americans go to school with financial aid. Maybe she did not qualify for financial aid, or maybe she did not ask for financial aid. I don't know why she engaged in the services of entertaining men to be able to pay for her tuition. By the time in the future somebody did that to her, guess what? The person said that she has done that service in the past and people paid her for those services. How is she coming now to cry as if what was done to her was not right? And remember, there is this law in America. A lady, let's say a lady agreed to, go for a swing with you and all of that. And at some point into the process of getting the action on, and she said, no, stop. Stop. The moment she says stop, the male ought to stop. If you did not stop because you think your cucumber is rising the towers of Babel, right? And did not stop, and you continue with the action, she's going to report that she was RAPE and the law will back her. Did you hear the girl say stop? Yes, she said it, but I didn't know she meant it. How many times did she tell you? She said it multiple times. And why did you not stop? Why did you continue to do that? Those are the practical things you're going to hear from defense attorney, even from prosecutors, depending on how the case is. Why am I telling Nancy to stop talking? Defend Korra generally. Stop giving out information that people will use to fact check you. Stop going deep into the details that you need to present in court. Pack those evidences and put them aside, file them in a document. You need to share them in the court, not on social media. The court of social media can be twisted. Do not bring those information to social media. If you know very well that medical history is saying it was HC something that she was talking about, that was what was found in Korra's system, that means she was, according to Nancy, that her sister was poisoned by the so-called X, right? Leave those documents. Let your lawyers have access to those documents. There is no point coming to talk about it and assuming, because I haven't gone to do my fact checking myself, assuming those references, those that are already fact checking you, they've already fact checked Nancy on social media. But what I needed to do is to go and fact check what those people said also, because I need to be sure. I don't go on hearsay. They said, I run with it. I want to be sure that they are right in what they said. How will I be sure? If I find my time or find it to go back to those videos that were made reference to, maybe you might have deleted the video if at all such thing happened in a live stream. The live stream could be deleted, but remember, anything you put out on social media can be traced. That's what people don't understand. Anything you share on social media can still be traced. You might think you've deleted it from the source. Some people downloaded that already. And if it's been downloaded, they have it saved in a different device on their phones, laptop, and tablet. The one you deleted online is the one you have, but you can't delete everything that other people have saved. Think deeply. I'm not saying don't defend Korra. It's a good thing you're standing by your sister, especially in a world full with hate. It's a good thing you're defending her. But let those defense be on general terms without giving more information, without arming your what? Your opponent. Do not arm your opponent when you're going to war. It's like, I'm going to give an example of the general war, okay? I'm fighting with you or something like that. And I'm now sending things for you to come and use and take me out. No, now, that is not the right thing to do. All right, Temi said, at this moment, Nancy needs to start spilling out information since they are going to be a case in court. Sincerely, thank you, Temi. Thank you, Temi, for speaking the truth. Nancy should stop. I don't know if they are consulting their lawyers. I don't know, but if I were them, before we make those kind of statements anymore, why is it that JD is not talking again? Are they not even asking the question? He's claiming to be what? To be sick, right? That he's under the weather. But this guy is not only under the weather, he's being calculated. And that's what you need. Two can play this game. Don't be played. Don't let someone else play you. Be as smart. They say, be as smart as a what? Is it a serpent? As wise as a serpent. Yeah, that's what, as smart, wise as a serpent. That's what you need to be doing now. And not to continue to give information. There is nothing wrong, Korra sharing her experiences. If for the few live streams I've watched Korra, she doesn't really give those kind of detailed information because Korra is here, she's there. As she's talking, she's reading her comment and responding to comments. So it kind of loses the hold on those statements. Because let's assume she was saying one thing, the next thing is stuck. Hey, thank you for the stars. Then somebody said bad comment. She's responding. So you're not going to, you start piecing one or two together for you to make sense in some of those conversations. But Nancy should do better. If you like, don't like me. I don't give 2 cents. But will I come here to tell Korra the truth? Yes, I will. All right. MTA said he's talking too much or he's not quite quiet. No, he's not. He's claiming that he's under the weather. That's why he hasn't gone live. But sincerely speaking, I don't want to believe he's under the weather. He might be under the weather, but that's not the reason why he's not doing live stream. Maybe he's sourcing for attorneys, or maybe they're already talking to him. You have to calm down what you're saying out there. Let's check your case. Let's see if we have chance in the court. Let's review what is going on before we go. But for the meantime, we need you to lie low. Lying low is important. It is very important. If you have a case in court, there is no reason why you should come out at the court of social media to be seeking this justice. No. All the people listening to your information, all the people you're sharing those information with, they are not all going to be witnesses to this case. I'm going to give you a typical example that what could happen if depending on the way the case is going, if the Awolowo lady, if she's in the US and all these people supporting Justin, assuming they're in the US, they could be called as witnesses. Okay, because this is not a criminal case, so they won't be doing inter-country extradition to come and defend the case. This is a domestic thing, a family case. But if at all, like that attack that happened to Korra, right? If at all any of these women, despite where they are, and because that's a serious case, okay? Remember, there was a knife that was used, there was something spread on her, which she called acid. Those are what? Criminal cases. So they could call those parties, if they were involved in that kind of conversation with Mr. Korra Obidi, they could call them as witnesses. But what am I saying in effect? If you have a case in court, let your lawyer do the talking. I've said it several times, even before I start talking about it on Korra's case. I said it several times. You can make a statement through your legal representation. You can ask, can you shut my door? Guys, 1 second. If you have a case in court and you already employ the services of a lawyer, attorneys, please do yourself the good by ceasing to talk, especially giving those vital information that could be used against. I know she should control herself more. Yeah, she should. But Madam Kofo provoked her with a very long message. I know. I like the name you called her, Madam Kofo. I think that's what I'll be calling her. So that, yeah, Madam Kofo. See, before you came back, Joy, there was something I said. They were trying to resolve a particular case. During the interrogation, it's just that I don't have time to go to TMZ to read further about that. During the interrogation, they talked about, they told the guy that your father just passed, that the father died. The guy didn't know where he started talking and admitted to the same crime. They brought him to interrogate. He admitted to deleting somebody. See, somebody can push you for you to react. But remember what they call emotional intelligence. When they are pushing you for you to react, when emotions are on, your emotion is raging, that's when anger, sadness, bitterness, and joy could come in at the same time. How do you manage those? It's very important and very vital to their case right now. Do not give more than necessary information out there. Do not put those things out there. For them to be fast checking Nancy, I didn't find that funny. I say, whoa, has it gotten to this? I didn't watch that lady's video. I just think I watched about a minute or two. Who is doing this? Okay, sorry. I just got an email from Google, so sorry about that. Only one case in court right now. Yeah, whether they have 20 cases or one case in court, the less you talk when you have a matter in court, the better for your case, the better chances you stand in winning those cases. Because if truly those fact check they are doing on Nancy happened to come out that at some point in those live stream that Nancy said this about Korra, said that about Korra. If now Nancy is making a video, I never said Korra was crazy. I said it was her auntie that was crazy. And a video surfaces showing that at some point she said something like that. When she's get into a stand, if she's called as a witness, they are going to do what? Shred her and make sure that her character is assassinated, that her character worth nothing. What is character? Your reputation, who you are. The see, I don't know how much of court proceedings you have witnessed or watched, or watched even on TV. Let's assume you haven't witnessed any. It's never fair when you're a witness in court. Remember, this is not court of Nigeria, where we can maneuver your ways around things. This is America. It's never fair when a witness is shredded into pieces and they character assassination. When they do that, that means they will shred you to the point that no single jury, no single person will even believe you to be an honest person or to be a credible witness because they found a place where you misfired. I'm giving expo for those that will get it. So how do you prevent all of this? Quit talking vital information. Talk everything that everybody already knows, the obvious. Let me strike another conversation. Let's assume I'm Nancy. I'm defending my sister, Korra, right? I can come and, hey, honestly, the past 2 years has been a roller coaster for me and my family and Korra and everybody in our family. You guys recall when Korra gave birth, how the children were taken. Oh my God, I don't wish that to anybody. I don't, even if he's my worst enemy, I don't wish that for any woman. Then people will now say, honestly, we thought she was not going to survive. Those are things that that are general statement because they're there. It's not something you need somebody to start pulling up records to verify. People saw when it happened. She saw when she came in that she was kicked out. She saw when she was looking for apartment, when she got apartment. It's like you're running your sister's story from the beginning again. Who really need that? You don't need that. It's like waking up some emotions that already you've healed from. But you're resurrecting all of those because you want to defend the case. It doesn't make sense. Let people say what they want to say. But always come out to say the thing you need to know, those that truly love Korra, is that Korra was never crazy. She was never mad. She never had any of this. And to be honest with you, there is what we call postpartum depression. So even if Korra was going through postpartum, it was normal. Normal, okay? For a woman to give birth and stop thinking otherwise. It is normal. It is expected, if I will put it that way. It is expected. So if all of those things happen at the time she gave birth, that she was thinking anyhow, behaving anyhow, acting anyhow, it is normal within the medical field, within any same person that they will bring to interrogate. It is normal. You don't need to go and justify what the woman is saying or reply. The more you reply, the more chances that you're going to say what you're not supposed to say. Honesty. Joe said, I experienced something of such some time ago. I was just passing by and a guy just hooked up my t-shirt and held it right. And when I looked at him with the eye gesture of what's happening, he told me he was only playing with me. I just walked away because I know him already. He already set a trap for me. I'm telling you, no matter how people push you to react, react wisely. If they make, she was discussing nicely about what, until somebody started saying, did you watch that woman's video? Did you listen to what she said? And then she now said, what did she say? What did she say? No, because your emotion is already being provoked by whatever the person said. No. Process it. Then, you know what, guys, don't worry, I'm going to respond to that later. Let's keep talking. I'm going to respond to that later. If you have what she says, send it to my email so that when you're in a better place, you sit down, go through what it is the person said. Actually sit down and process your thoughts together before you come live and start talking. You process your thought, what you want to say, the things you don't want to say. As I said before, be careful with what you spill when you have a case in court. This is going to all of us because I try to keep it as a lesson for all of us. As I'm talking to you, I'm also learning. As a lesson for all of, if you have a case in court, Remember this statement. They will tell you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say could be used against you in the court of law. When that thing rings the bell in your ears, it will make you to be cautious not to continue to talk. Okay, I saw that video Nancy did talking about mental health in her family. Yeah, she did a live stream. Yes, the one they made reference to was in the past. It wasn't even this year. It was when that story was heated, when it was going on. I think it was either last year or last 2 years. It wasn't in the a recent thing. They made reference to it. I live in US. I'm aware of a lot of cases since I'm a public health legal side. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Be careful what you share. I can't say it less. And the reason why I'm saying all of the things that should form basis of what you should know and not know is because Korra has a case in court. Wouldn't want when they go there, the key people that will stand to defend her, the key people that will stand as credible witness to defend her case will be shredded, and the courts will look them less of human. I'm telling you, if you're unlucky, your defense attorney happens to be the one that is very good at his case, at his job. By the time they finish you with just one piece of evidence they got about you, by the time they finish you and make you not credit worthy in court, make you, that's assassinate your character. What I mean character assassination, they are going to shred you in all manner of things just to make the court believe that nothing coming out of your mouth is truth. No, we don't want that, because as it stands now, in as much as there are things Mr. Korra Obidi has said online, Nancy is the best witness Korra could get. She has known Korra the longest. She has been with Korra through thick and thin. She's the sister. She's the one Korra cried to the first time they started having this problem. If she is the credible witness that Korra is going to present in court, for example, and then there is an evidence, video evidence, with her statement online somewhere, even if it's one. So far, that defense attorney is good at his job. They are going to capitalize on one, and they are going to make it to look like you are worthless. Nobody should believe your statement that you're a liar, you're this. They will call you all manner of names and tell the courts not to believe anything coming from your mouth. All those beautiful things you have gathered to support your sister, down the drain. That is the reason why talk less, smile more. If they want to push you for you to start talking, you know what? Forget that person. I don't have the person's time. The person doesn't want my time. I'm going to respond to her or respond to him at my convenience. What it means that you're going to sit down, prepare your statement, prepare your words, choose the right words, what to say, what not to say before you fire. Don't fire when the emotion is raging. Do not fire when you're in heat of anger. You can say things that you don't want to say. That is expo that I'm sharing, chit chat that I'm giving. So do not respond when you are emotionally raging, when the heat of anger is at the peak. No. Because the court will not care what was said to you before you reacted. But did you say it? Yes, you said it. Whether you were responding to somebody or you were not responding. Remember, most of this information will be, must have passed down the heat of anger. There is something they call the heat of the moment. Okay, let's assume I met Joe on the street and we are talking, and Joe says something nasty to me. I can raise my hand. And wow, right? At the time I raise my hand, but because he says something nasty to me, right? The court is going to measure my retaliation against Joe. How did I react? Why didn't I say nasty things back to Joe? Why do I have to, hit Joe? Those are the things that are good, the ingredients the court will be looking at. I'm going to give another example. This was a classic case that they usually give in law school. Okay, you caught your wife, cheating, right? Quote and unquote. And then this happened in a hotel. Somebody gave you info. It happened in a hotel. Then you now ran back because your house was close by. You entered your car, ran to your house, use your key, unlock your gun from the safe, and then carried it out, enter your car back to the hotel to go and buy the woman. The court will measure the kilometer you ran to your house and the kilometer you ran back to the hotel and the time it took you to open the box to retrieve your gun and all the time you took you, whether traffic or no traffic, to get back to the hotel. They will now tell you, at the heat of anger, it's not that you caught her and you acted immediately because you were highly provoked. No, you caught her, you had enough time, adequate time is the word that you're going to use to process your thought. So you coming back was with a motive to buy. It will no longer be used as you were provoked. No, it was the motive was to buy her. That's why it took you 30 minutes to go, 30 minutes to come back to come and meet her at that same place and buy her, right? Those are the things they are going to consider. If the woman said something, made a video about Nancy and talking about making reference to Korra, Nancy could have said to the person giving her the information, send me the information in my email, let me look at it again. But why are you guys even listening to this woman? Why are you guys listening to the woman? If the woman is still credible to Mr. whoever she's defending, why did the guy block him? Block her? Why did the guy toss her? That she's good for nothing? That is, you're using word to fight, right? You're not giving details. You've already forgotten what was said, right? But you're telling people that not to believe that woman, whatever she's spilling. Then at your convenience, when you have time, when your temper is down, when your emotion is controlled, then you can be able to go through those things, process it again, and come back with seasoned reply. That's why when corporations, when they have, whether it's a scandalous thing going on or whether it's a big thing going on, how do you think those big corporations react? Do you think the CEO will come online and start telling you guys, yes, whoever that said that to my company, you're a fool, you're a buffoon, you're this? No. What you're going to see is the letter-headed paper of their legal representative. We, the attorney of AYZ Corporation, we are making this statement as our official statement regarding the case in the news. Why do you think people consult their lawyers to do that? Do you think the CEO could not be raging or the managing director will not be raging? But they want to control the information. And it's very important when you control the narrative. The management is reviewing this case and we are going to update you in due time. Simple statement. You're not saying beyond that. We are aware of the information making rounds on social media. However, the management is reviewing the whole situation and will update the public in due time. Did they say anything that will be used against them in court? No. Did they come to counter or to present more information? No. Always remember, when they talk about PR, it's very important. What you say, when you say it, and not this time that this guy has asked the whole world to provide him evidence. Are you also going to continue to drop evidences for this person? Because you want to defend what was said? What is it that hasn't been said about Korra? If anybody can be honest and tell me one thing that I've done said about Korra. Some people must have called her a thief. Some people said, yes, she duped the Oyibo guy that brought her to America. Think about it. There is nothing they've not said about Korra. There is no name they've not called her. So what is new that you're defending? Whatever they like, they should say. You can cuss them out without giving information. You can call their names because they already started warring with your family without giving more information about what is happening to your sister, what happened to your sister, what the general public do not have access to. Don't come out and share it. Don't. Madam Kofo did a video talking about Nancy on Korra's mental health. She even went to point state on phone call will have Papa Obidi by. See, my friend did a live stream where the woman said that Papa Obidi will buy. I was like, if those are those statements, those are something they should take seriously. They shouldn't take it lightly. And how do you take it serious? This woman lives in UK. I think she lives in UK. Those are things you should take seriously. It's not something you just sweep under the carpet. You can engage the service of an attorney in UK to take this woman to court. If anything should happen to our father, we don't even want anything to happen. But our father right now fears for his life because this woman is threatening to do this. That is the case you're going to present to court. She's threatening, she's raging. There are videos, there are words, there are statements made. These are evidences of what she said she was going to do to her father. But for you to come and say, and start saying, and then giving more information, how this thing was found in Korra's system, how, no, those are not racist. They're not required. Let the lawyers do their job. Let the lawyers do their job. Let them do their job. That Madam Kofo, I just got to know her recently, and through my friend's YouTube channel, Entertainment Daily. She played her video. That was the first time I heard her voice. And because I listened to Korra's live stream yesterday, Facebook suggested that video to me straight away. I tried to play it to listen. I played about a minute or two. Then I went back to what I was doing. I'm a very busy person. I rarely have time. I just finished work and I'm doing live stream just 10 minutes after I finished work. So I didn't have time to finish that video. But do not, and I'm not missing words, Nancy, do not keep throwing information out there on social media. Defend your sister generally. If somebody is cussing her out, cuss the person back. If they're saying things that could put your case in jeopardy, don't allow that. If they're pushing your button for you to get upset and start raging, don't give in to that. Use emotional intelligence on this. Be a very smart woman, Nancy. Don't let somebody provoke you to the point that you start coming and giving your sister's medical history on the internet. What for? What for? These things are protected information. But now that you brought it out, naming whatever substance that was found in her system, these are safeguarded information. HIPAA in America, health privacy law, protects your medical record, your health history. It's nobody's business. And it shouldn't be shared in public. But you brought it out, you're throwing it out there, you're explaining and over-explaining. And people are now fact-checking your statement, claiming that you said at a particular live stream, you said that this person, you said that if they pull out those videos and it happened to be that at one point, just one point, you made those statements, that will be used seriously against your character in court. Don't let them do character assassination for you. A defense attorney can shred you into pieces. You can't even have legs to come down from the dock. You'll be shaking walking down the dock after they finish tearing your back. Sometimes it's good to, if you can't go to the court to listen to some cases, watch them on television. There is a particular case I'm going to give you guys. I'm not here to advertise for the company. After all, I don't know them. They don't know me. They called Law and Order SUV. Law and Order SUV. It's talking about sexual, domestic violence and all of that. Watch it. Then follow them to court and hear how the court processes could go. Could be in your favor. It could be against you. You might have all the evidences in the world to win your case. But if you have a defense attorney that is good at his job and there is one loophole out there about your character, about your person, about who you are, they are going to capitalize on it. Don't let them make you an incredible witness. Nobody wants that. So, guys, this live stream, I said to my family, is going to be 1 hour, 30 minutes max. And right now we're at 1 hour, 14 minutes. So I'll start rounding up. Korra going to be fine because the man violation of HIPAA. Yeah. If the man was the one that shared those information, right, to those his counterpart that were helping him gather information, that is number one violation. Okay. But then again, this person that is fact checking Nancy said that Nancy and LA mom, that's her statement. I don't want to play the video here. I don't have energy because I can't start looking for where they said those things. And I don't have time to listen to anybody's 17 minutes video. That woman said, Madam Kofo said, Nancy and the LA mom sent Korra's medical whatever to bloggers. That's what she claimed. I can't verify that. I said it at the beginning of this live stream. If any of those were to be true, that means Mr. Korra Obidi violated. If truly that Nancy sent those information to bloggers, that means she's also in violation. So both will not hold water anymore. They are going to find other means to be able to determine the case. Temi said, yes, I do watch Law and Order criminal investigation TV series. Absolutely. That will help you understand the reason why I'm making this live stream. I'm talking to Nancy to stop. Defend Korra. Beautiful. But stop giving information. Don't give them nuggets that will lead them to start researching about what you said. Didn't she say the other way last 2 years or last year? We are going to look for that video. Do not give them. Do not arm your opponent against yourself. That's all I'm saying here. It's as simple as that. How do you achieve that? Before you open your mouth to say things on live stream, think again. Sometimes you pause, you process it in your mind. It's like you're writing JAMB exam for Nigeria and you're writing SAT to get into colleges. You're going to process it before, very fast, quickly, because you have few minutes for you to write one question. All the questions are already divided. So you're going to process it very quickly, not today. When you remember that word, you're not going to get me today. You're not going to provoke me to say things I'm not supposed to say. Not today, devil. Not today, Madam Kofo. Not today, whoever that is trying to push you to provoke you. You say, are you guys still listening to that person? Oh my God, he's a deranged human being. Is this, is that. Imagine what this person is saying from her mouth and you people are still believing. Anyway, I don't have time for that. Those are simple statements. I don't have time for this person. When I do, you guys will see my response. Period. Okay? Well, as it stands, Nancy is the only one who can defend Korra, and she should be mindful of her action, reaction, and words. Exactly. Exactly. Korra has beautiful fans that love her, that are there fighting for her, and they've not stopped fighting for her. They're there defending her. That is beautiful. But don't throw key information out there. Don't. And somebody was telling me, was saying in one of the videos that all of these are because of content. When I started this live stream, I started talking about talk less on social media. Most of those watching me, behind the scene that are not contributing to the conversation, one young girl in Nigeria went on a podcast that was broadcasted yesterday, saying no manner of things, making women look as though we are commodities. We are nothing but a price. I am beyond price. You can't buy my values with money. My name is so cherished more than gold. But that young little rat, one little rat, came on the podcast talking gibberish. But guess what? That did not sit well with internet users yesterday. This lady lost all her social media platform less than 24 hours of airing that podcast. What power are you talking about? There is so much power on social media. The less you talk, the better for you. More so when you have a case in court. Less is better. Do not arm your opponent in court with those things they are going to use against you. Do not. All right, Just Baby says she talks too much, really. Yeah. So I've said it all. I've said my piece. Like I said, most of Korra's fans will not love what Oyoyo is saying today. But the thing is, the bottom line is, here at Oyoyo's World, I come here to speak constructively to whoever that stands to benefit from it. I do not look at faces when I have something constructive to pass. It might not benefit Nancy because she might claim, yes, nobody should tell me not to talk. That's fine. But it might benefit somebody else that might run with this. And then remember, when you talk less, you are safer when you talk less. That young girl that was running her mouth, that yes, if a man is telling her, hello, hi, I like you, I want us to start conversation, she's billing you within 24 hours, 500,000 naira. What's the equivalent of 500,000? Let me see what it is in dollars. Let me give you guys the correct amount. That would be $357. She's charging you within 24 hours of saying, hi, hey, pretty girl, can I have your phone number? She's billing you. What is she telling you? She has a commodity that she's selling, her body. When we come here to advise young ladies that their body is their temple, their body is priceless, their body should be cherished. Nobody should put a price tag on their body. That chon chon girl, that chickily, that small girl was, and what do you think they will listen more? They will look at me, you're not a baddie, you're not a Gen Z, you don't understand what is happening in our generation. Our generation is the vibing one. Yeah, everything is monetary, everything. You have to monetize everything. You have your boobs, you monetize your back, your leg, your skin. That's what they will say to me. And they will listen to that little rat yesterday talking. But her own karma came less than 24 hours. She was bragging because when she goes on social media to talk trash about people are gifting her stars on roses on TikTok, gifting her money. She's making money from American companies with all the set rules that's put in place by American companies. She forgot that the internet can revolt against you. Less than 24 hours, she was banned on TikTok, banned on Instagram, banned on Facebook. Let's start learning these lessons. They are going to be very helpful to us. If you have a case in court, talk less. I've talked about, made a live stream. When you have a family problem, I think I made that live stream on Monday. If you have family problem, talk less. That live stream, I made it on Monday. Let me see what the title was. Justin Dean and then Harry's song Drag X. Men use social media to cry victim. And my thumbnail on that one, Justin and Harrison use social media against their exes. That was on 2 days ago. On Monday. It's Monday 2 days ago. Today is what? Today is Tuesday. Yeah. That was yesterday. It was yesterday I made that live stream. No, it was 2 days ago on the 27th, not yesterday. I made that live stream. Go and rewatch it. The guy brought family problem, just like Mr. AKA Korra Obidi brought his family problem, calling Korra names that he was going to divorce Korra on social media. How is he faring now? He's crying victim 2 years down the line. When Nancy told him, withdraw this statement from social media, let all of us enter house and settle this matter. Even if you don't want to marry again, let's go to court and get a divorce. Quietly. Did he listen? No. Why is it that people are not learning? Mr. Korra Obidi's own is still there. He's now crying victim 2 years after. When it was sweeting him, it was the sugar in his tea 2 years ago, thinking that he's going to destroy Korra's reputation. She can social media. He did not see that coming. Yesterday, one other chinkly girl, one small girl, I'm not sure she's up to 23 years old, came yesterday to tell the baddies, the Gen Z people, that their body is money. If a guy is to say hi, you pay money. You know, when somebody start thinking like that, you know what I pray for those people? They should come overseas to live so that they will understand things better. But unfortunately, maybe she doesn't have a visa. She can't even survive in America, for example, in 2 weeks. She can't survive. That's when she will listen, she will understand life better. She's in Nigeria running her mouth because of the millions of followers she has on YouTube. Yeah, even if you don't give me an endorsement, I'll continue to make money on TikTok. I'll continue to make money on Instagram. I make so XYZ amount. I'm a big girl. Now she's going to start from ground zero to pursue her social media career. Just simply because she was running her mouth like tap water without a faucet yesterday. Let's begin to learn. Let's learn. It's very important. Do not put things on social media that could be used against you. It's that simple. All right, mommy, that okay, Joe was know the girl I'm talking about. Mommy, that girl, I just dislike her. Ever since she said immediately a guy walk up to you and toast you, you will be broke. Just imagine. When I listen to that clip, I've not really sat down to listen to Nedu's live stream. It's always easier for me if the live stream is on and I meet them live. I go live to listen. It's easier than me going to rewatch because other things will take my time. But when I listen to the clip, I say, God, this generation, they are finished. And I'm more concerned because I have daughters. I am more concerned that my daughter is already a teenager. So her age is closer to this girl than her age is to me. So she would think, oh, my mom is an old school. She doesn't understand how things are done these days. And she will go and listen to that buffoon. Do you understand my concern? Talk less on social media. Guard your reputation, guard your name, guard your word. Season your word before you come out and start talking. Don't be caught unguarded. Don't. Honestly, a lawyer not even got to tell you that common sense. God bless you. God bless you, Lady Moneyrow. God bless you for this statement. Common sense. I didn't even remember the common sense part. Common sense should tell you not to talk too much on social media. Thank you for that. Common sense to tell you that. Common sense. You know, sometimes this sense we say common sense is not common. No. It's not common because some people allow their emotion to control them and then they will run with the emotion. At the end of the day, when they sit back, they say, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have said that. But you already said it. You already said it. Oh my God. I read something about a girl who was banned on Twitter with millions. Yeah, stop reading. I'm telling you the girl. She was banned across social media. I think if I can pull the records, she has hey, I just saw Korra dancing with her father. This was sweet me. Oh, this father can do anything for his daughter Korra. Oh my goodness. This was sweet me. Sorry guys, let me enjoy this. I beg. I think I'll beg you guys. Oh, hey, yeah, Papa Obidi is really living his life. When I see Papa Obidi dance like this, it reminds me of the dancing senator in Nigeria. There's another governor, right? He's the governor right now, but he's called a dancing senator because when he was a senator in Nigeria, he loves to dance, and his family are music family. Davido's uncle. This is really interesting to watch. Korra and the father. Okay. So let's see if I will get that lady's hey God, people should learn to talk talk less, act more, talk less. Okay. All right. So okay, this girl was banned on TikTok with her 1.3 million followers. They banned her with her 1.3 million followers. They banned her on Facebook. They banned her on Just Baby is telling me on Twitter too. She was banned across social media platform for running her mouth for nothing. People felt she was chasing clout. She might be chasing clout, but for a young girl that is 18, that is just getting into college at 18, might think, oh, if a guy should say hi to me, I should start asking for money because they are closer to these girls. They might think that is the right thing to do. So I'm happy they ban her. They should also cancel her. Nobody should give her any promotion to do so that she will learn in a hard way. All right. Our bodies are holy temple. We must respect that. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you're going to war, you cannot make the enemy know. This woman is filled with wisdom. Oh my goodness. When you're going to war, you cannot make the enemy know the route you're taking. Can you imagine? I love that statement. I'm going to pin it. Let me star it so that whenever I come to this live stream, I will remember it. When you're going to war, you cannot let your enemy know the route you're taking. If they think you're going to I-95, for example, tell them that they don't know you're going to I-94. Change your tactics, change your format. Stop stop equipping them with more information about what you're planning. They will use those against you in the court. And don't let your character be assassinated in court. It's a bad feeling. It's a very, very bad feeling. It's a bad, bad, bad feeling. All right, guys, I've been talking for 1 hour, 32 minutes, just like I promised my family, and I'll be calling it a day today. If you haven't liked this live stream, what are you waiting for? Give it a like. This kind of messages do not go far because people don't want to hear the truth. But do me well by liking this live stream. Share it. Let it get to the right ears so that they will be able to know. They still have people who think good for them, who will look them at the face and tell them when you're doing the wrong thing, when you're doing the right thing. We are not here to, make you feel pretty or make you feel good. We are here to tell you the truth. When you're doing the right thing, we come to praise you. When you're not doing the right thing, we'll tell you to your face that this road you're taking will lead you to destruction so that you can start redressing. Share this video for me. Let it get to the ears that need to hear. I know most people will not like this video. That's why I have a lot of less people watching me today, because it's not the kind of thing they want to hear. But what we are saying here today, every bit of it is nothing but the truth. And it's only the truth that can set us free. If you love Nancy, advise her to talk less. Tell her to continue to defend her sister on a general note. Stop bringing out more information, detailed information. And remember, for crying out loud, Nancy, you're what? A healthcare professional. You should know about privacy, healthcare privacy, health record privacy, health record protection. I don't know what it's called in Nigeria. In America, it's called HIPAA. Please, if you really love Nancy, tell her to stop sharing. To stop sharing. It will do her no good. Especially now that people are beginning to fact check her statement. It will do her no good. Share this video for me, like this video for me, and also subscribe to my channel on YouTube if you haven't subscribed before, and follow me on Facebook if you're meeting me for the first time. My name still remains Oyoyo. And guys, I want to thank all of you, those that have been here watching this live stream with me. All of you, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for those that contributed in the comment section. Lady Money Roll, God bless you, real good for your wisdom. Joy David, thank you so much. Jojo, thank you. Just Babe, thank you for being here. Joanne, thank you. Joanne, I missed this comment. Oh, yeah, I'm listening, learn a lot. We should know when to talk and when not to. Absolutely. Did she lose her platform? Oh, that girl is not only losing her platform, she was banned. She can never use the same email she used in her previous account to open a new one. And if she makes such mistake, they will still ban her again on TikTok, ban her on Instagram and Facebook. They banned her across social media platform for yapping her mouth too much yesterday. She thought she was being cool. She was being a baddie, Gen Z baddest. No, lady, you're just a child. Admit it, that you haven't grown, or you're telling the world that your mother gave you a very poor training for you to think that your body is a commodity. Your body is not a goose that somebody should come and purchase. It's not a merchandise. It's not a commodity. Your body is your temple. Protect it, guard it, and that will earn you more respect than money could give you when you make those money in a wrong way. You're telling the world now that if they give you 5 million, you open your leg, wow, like this, because you have a price tag. There are still women out there, young girls out there, that their body is everything to them. If your body is worthless, that young lady, don't use to tell other young girls out there that that is the right thing to do. And am I loving what they did to you on social media across the board? I am loving it. I am loving it. I was so perplexed yesterday when I saw that clip. I was trying to process it. Whenever I'm processing those kind of false narrative on social media, I first of all think about my young girls, because you can't use that against me. I'm a grown woman, but my young kids, that this generation, they believe more what is on social media, thinking that's what their age range are talking about. I start imagining, assuming my daughter is already in college, and hearing this girl, and maybe she went for a date, and then the next thing she will start asking the guy, and this is my account number, can you sell me $5,000, because that's the price for asking me out. Can you imagine? Anyway, thank you guys for being here. My final statement for Nancy: the less you talk, the better chances of you winning in this case that you guys are preparing against Mr. Korra Obidi. The more you talk, the more you put yourself in a very vulnerable position that people might start fact checking your statement, and if they find one, just one, that is not true, your character might be assassinated in court. When we talk about character assassination, is during cross examination. During cross examination, hey, if you don't have enough heart, you might not stand it in the dock. Some people pee in the dock on themselves because they are being cross examined. There are some people that will even faint. They will start calling paramedics, depending on the weight of the case. Don't let anybody push you to the point that you're giving information you're supposed to protect in the first place. Stop putting things out there for them to gather against you. You're a very smart woman, and I know you know the right thing. Protect your sister, both with your words, your action. When I mean words, your seasoned words and your action. Somebody said, anyway, they know the right thing, but they won't do it because you know what? They are cashing out on social media. I know the money from social media is making a lot of people lose it. Just like that little girl that was yapping yesterday. But you know what? She lost every platform. And this will teach her a little lesson, if not a big lesson of life. All right, she runs her mouth too much, and you will still go through her comment section. You see people telling her that they are proud of her. Just imagine. See, some people are there to push you until you get to the point of no return. And then they will go back in their private places and start laughing at you. Remember when Bobrisky was up and running, there were people that supported Bobrisky. How come when Bobrisky was jailed, we didn't see any of them carrying placards, release Bobrisky, release Bobrisky? Everybody went quiet, went into their private homes. Very dark man, ran his mouth. He's in jail. I'm not seeing any protest on the road. You're covering my lights. Can you go away now? Very dark man is still in detention. I'm not seeing placards everywhere. People will push you because they are looking for that scapegoat to continue to speak for them when they know they can speak for themselves and behave for themselves. Don't be used as a scapegoat. Don't let anybody use you. Don't let anybody push you to the point that you don't know what you're saying. All right. Thank you guys for watching me. And for that young girl listening to Yo today, I'm telling you that your body is your temple. I'm telling you that you're what more than gold, what more than diamond. You're what more than anything that money could buy. I'm telling you that you're beautiful. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise that yes, your body, you have a price tag to it. Protect your body, guard it. That is the prize. That is the glory you have. That is your temple. Do not let anybody put a price tag on you. In Nigerian Igbo dialect, they will say ego ko yeli. What is money? Money is nothing. I love Flavor's song because premium on money is nothing. My Igbo brothers will say ego ko yeli, ego neka ke na cost, which means how much do you want? Tell such a person that you want more than gold, that you want more than diamond, you want more than aeroplane, you want more than private jet, you want more than all the monies in the US Treasury, Chinese Treasury, all the money combined, the whole money, you want more than it. Because the last time I checked, God made you specifically you. He did not do a carbon copy of another person. He created you. You're unique from every sense of it. From the hairs on your head to your toenails, to your legs, to your fingers, to your eyes. You don't have a replica. There is no second you, but just you. When you realize you're unique, you're beautiful, you're worth it, you will not let any small rat out there on social media yapping convince you that you have a price tag. I'm telling my young girls today. Check out for my live stream on Saturday, my Oyoyo Live. We are going to talk more about most of these things. And I do appreciate all of you for joining me. Stream. What is going on with my internet? Okay, like this live stream, share the video, and catch up with me on another live stream. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, and turn on your post notification bell so that whenever I go live, you get my notification to come and join me. As usual, we keep it straight here, we keep it constructive, we keep it positive, we say the truth. It might not be sweet in your ears, but truth must be spoken. And that's what we stand for here at Oyoyo's World. Until I see you guys in my next live stream, I love you all. Ciao, ciao. Bye, everyone.